The end has arrived. Creeper World 4's Farsite Expedition campaign. I'm going to conclude it now with Founders. Or is this even the last map? Stay tuned till the end of the video to find out more about that, but it says every beginning has an end. We need to get to work here. I think that's probably true in general, but Creeper World sort of defies conventions. We've arrived at the third world specified. This world is large and complex. I've identified the signature of the info case we should retrieve. It's buried in the southwest, okay. Preacher is in awe. Words do not come. Holy ground do we tread. Praise be the founder. You just said words do not come. And then you kept speaking and you said it again. Why? Okay, holy ground. How is this holy ground? Like, what's different about this? We had the 3 planets with info cases. We could have just gone, like, to Wallace and then here and then ended up in sequence. According to, you know, the way they had the plot set up. Anyway, Sarge, threat level 11 out of 11. This world has been prepared for repulsion of assault. Chances of success are negligible. Formidable defenses. Withdraw and regroup. That's definitely very un-Sarge-like. We may now begin shaking in our boots. The hippie is not on board with this. It's not the time to turn back. Oh no. We have a great opportunity to show the others that we stand by our peaceful intention. They don't care what we stand by, hippie. They really don't. Collect the 3rd info cache, doing minimal damage around the way. Minimal harm. I will do that. And the more the others throw at us, the more we continue in peace. No. The more we fight them off, hippie. Get with the program. Yes, I know you're not going to, but... Anyway, I think this is a very fitting map. A very suitable map as the finale. It really has a lot of stuff involved. So over here on the right, we've got, obviously, our starting location, bunch of buried urns, resource, terrain, totems, resources, land that we can utilize to spread out, and this big gap. So it appears that they're taking it easy on us. It only appears that way. There's a lot of typical enemies. You know, we've got stashes, we've got more minerals scattered about as well. We have emitters with mesh, blobs, you know, skimmers, a spore launcher. But there's also some surprises. The 5 emitters are, okay, 100 each per second. We've seen that level before, and actually even the scale isn't quite as high as the last map on Wallace, although it's a much bigger map here. But some of these emitters have a whole bunch of breeder around them. And, you know, that's not mesh, that's breeder. It's going to grow the creeper exponentially there. That's one problem. We have more crimson. Okay, we've been seeing that. Crimson breeder. That should scare you, like, just by itself. There's some AC breeder here as well. Of course, another dark tower down here with our info case that we're headed towards. There's also a bunch of new stuff back here. We've got air sac cauldrons. We'll be learning about those. We've got obelisks and reactors to power them. We got a neutron reactor of some kind here. So, yeah, there's all kinds of new things to investigate and enjoy. And then, look at our objectives. Nullify enemies, optional. Activate totems, optional, but we have to collect the info cache. Okay. Then we have to end the beginning. That has to be the most Creeper World objective ever. I don't even know what it means. What am I even supposed to do? Straightforward starting build with a grid of towers, miners set up. There is more time on Founders than Wallace or Sequence to get the starting energy build going. But of course the drawback is, when the attacks come, they will be more severe. And we've got some strangeness going on here. Sarge wants to hold forth on it. Terrain modification in process. Expanding eastward via unknown mechanism. Exercise extreme caution. Air sac cauldron identified to the west. Produces enemy with extreme threat rating. I guess Sarge really likes that word extreme. Still wants to get out of here. So we have creeping land. And seeing opportunities for dialogue have increased. No, hippie. Just no. The others have prepared this world well. Note here that we are actively now complimenting and, in fact, admiring the creeper. Just think about that for a minute. We may not leave. Rift space is inaccessible. We can thank a large and rather unstable nuclear reactor to the west. This is not getting any better. Now, before you think harsh thoughts, consider the lilies, how they grow. Go in peace, traveler. I need a sedative. Hippie, I think Danu has it right. Lilies aren't growing next to an unstable neutron reactor. Ugh. The flowered one is correct. Threat assessment updated. Unstable neutron reactor. Access blocked. Only option is destruction. Complication. Neutron burst is deadly to all biological forms. Hofstadter-Mobius loop in operational logic. In other words, we have our own personal HAL 9000 here on the Founders planet. All is as should. How can Vice be? Neutron reactor and death of Danu Seloy cannot be. Praise be the Founders! Is that what we do when we, don't understand something? Yes, I think it is. Just say praise be the Founders if you don't know what to do. But let's skip the death part. Let's just, not do that. ADA says, confirming the presence of neutron reactor. Close to critical, and any disturbance will cause it to release a neutron burst. That'll be at least one order of magnitude above the lethal dose for known biology. Don't disturb it or you will die. Proceed to collect the final info cache, the only viable option. Yes, reactor very bad. So hopefully we'll find something there that'll help us deal with this situation. Okay, so we're going to speed this up some. It's going to be a couple minutes before we have all of this set up. You can see the creeper already just exploding with the breeder terrain. Yes, definitely stay away from the unstable neutron reactor. And the air sacs here, we'll be seeing those sooner than we'd like. Some creeper, of course, pouring out here, but most of it the breeder. This is continuing to extend our way. We have Crimson coming, and soon that's going to start breeding and crossing all of this. Yeah. None of that is looking very fun at all. Over 100k creeper. Less than a minute and a half into the level. We will definitely have no lack of targets. Okay, so our tower networks are almost up. This here is starting to wrap up. Let's slow up and get our game faces on here if we do. Because this is going to be another frantic beginning. Over 30 energy, and now we're live. Let's get some terps up. Want to grab all of these urns as quickly as we may be able to. I do want to get also sprayers to help hold off what's about to arrive here. Set those always on. Now, missiles I definitely do want, but there's only so many that we can actually afford. So we kind of have to be a little bit careful here. I'll throw another one up here. We need to be able to supply them with read-on. It's not an issue of having enough energy to build them. It's the read-on to give them ammunition. Okay, now we're starting to get urns in. I want to get those going right away. Boom, 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 boom. The more read-on we get out quickly, the better off we're going to be. And of course, I am spamming snipers all over the place, but I think it really is justified in this case. Let's get some mortars rolling up in this whole area. Let's see. Let's definitely throw some down here. Couple more out this way. That ought to do. Let's switch one of these now that we're getting some AC. Switch one of them over there. More snipers. Must always have more snipers. If you fall asleep playing this level, you should wake up and say more snipers. Pretty much what I'm saying here. Okay, we're going to throw up a couple of refineries. We are going to get some cannons up, and I want to first put them like around our sensitive areas. Because you never know what's going to happen here. We'll throw one up there. Want to be able to defend everything adequately. And then I need to defend also these snipers. And okay, here comes, this is the air sac thing. So you got to hit the main thing with a bunch of missiles, and then you have all of these orbs that come down, and you've got to get them with snipers. And what happens is if you don't, there we go. Okay, where's those going? Okay, we got a little bit of damage here. We're gonna clean it up, good. But if you don't shoot down the air sac, oh, we lost a tower. We don't care about that. If you don't shoot down the air sac, then it just keeps producing more of those orbs of creeper. So getting that shot down quickly is important, therefore you need lots of missiles, and you need lots of snipers to deal with the orbs. That's the name of the game here. So these, of course, are to protect against any funny business that we're sure to encounter with the eggs in the void. And I think we're looking pretty good here. So, we probably want to get moving on. I think, yeah, we've got plenty of read on. Let's increase our missile coverage a bit. I don't need a ton more, but I would like to put a few more up. Definitely a couple more on this side. And this is all going well. Spreading out. I think I now want to get a runway going. So let's pull some of this stuff out of the way of where I want to put it. Maybe... Nope. We'll slide you back out of the way. You can come over here. Okay. So, runway. That should work fine. I'm only going to want to fill one side of this. And what I'm going to want to do with these, at least for now, is handle this area. Because I want to cross over here, and I can't really do that if eggs are blowing up in this area. Oh, I need pylons. I forgot my pylons. Now, platforms, by the way, act as pylons in terms of their connection, speed, and range. Didn't mention that last time, because I actually was not aware of it at the time. That really helps with their connection abilities. And we're going to get our artery here of these out. There we go. Cross there. That all should do very well for us. I want to tack over here and get to this AC breeder terrain and sort of sideswipe this and just sort of defend in here if we move forward a bit with some of these. With our mortars against the Crimson. So that's the basic idea. Just hold the line here and circumvent. If we can get platforms up now, get a couple of these out here, should form a very nice connection. And then let's get ready to advance. First of all, I'm going to want a bunch of mortars. And I want to earn these. Put the rest of them all in here. They'll be the workhorses. Let's get a bunch of cannons up. That should be enough to start. A couple snipers. A couple missiles. And then cross over here. And I think I'm pretty happy with what we have. If we look over here, we're holding it back well, at least for now. You know, and some of these not even having to fire, but that's okay. Let's have them here, not firing, rather than not have them here. Bombers are out on patrol. And not really running into any problems just yet. There we go. Let's get... First thing I want to have is snipers up. And missile launchers. And then I want to move these up here. Fire across. More mortars wouldn't hurt. Perhaps get a couple of snipers ready to cross over. And then a sprayer as well. So that we can move all that in when we are ready. Let's wait for this stash to dissipate, and then we'll go ahead. I don't want to deal with too much of that. We are starting to slow down here. I'm going to need to, on this map, drop the FPS some, because there's just so much going on. Sort of prevent it from getting way too super choppy. Okay. Pull you back. Let's pile on here. Maybe move you forward. I want to bring you in. Then just sort of get these cannons down here, clearing this out. And here comes another stash already. But it's not going to get fed for a whole lot longer. Okay. Let's bring these mortars across. Before I get too far here, I do want to pile on. About there should be good. Let's just get another hold. But then also, let's mortar. And a couple cannons here. There we go. We can make sure this stays safe. So our bombers, we're going to switch gears over to here. Because we want to keep pushing along to there eventually. And we just want to clear this out. Let me get my sprayer in place. First sniper can go there. Throw another one here, and let's get some cannons forward now. Spread out. Push it back. We still have a fair amount of crimson pouring out over here, and I need to knock some of that away. Thin layers of it, the cannons do very well at. Okay. Let's pile on over here. And I think that was the last gasp for our stash. Let's move you out. Starting to get breeder there, that's excellent. Move the mortars in. And we're going to begin setting up shop over here. More energy is not going to hurt us. And let's also pile on up further. That should do well. More cannons forward. I think I'd like a sniper over here. Missile launcher, and I also want to get some micro rifts going. Let's throw one here. One here by the Rift Lab, of course. And one over here. So that should help out a lot. And moving forward, this is all good. We're moving well up that way. Let's pile on here. And I want to bring our strong firepower from these earned mortars up. Nope, nope, you stay. Perhaps you can come up. Let's go with some more cannons. And I'm missing one. I think. Might have left one behind. I'm not sure. Nope, they're all over here already. Okay. This is going well. Let's go ahead and cross again. Bring one of you with. I do need to make sure. Yeah, let's get you here. Throw up a sniper there. So I can't forget to be protecting things with snipers even as I come across. I'm going to want to throw up a sprayer over here. We'll get a sniper going quickly. And just sort of move our way along. See if we can go here and get some energy connections up. Then you can protect. Very good. Now I should probably try to do this as well. Oh, there's an egg coming there, so this was not the greatest time ever. Let's see if our cannons can get there in time to fight that off. And there goes another one. Well, in a sense, this is a good time. And in a sense, it's a terrible one. Because if we can clear all of this out, yeah, and then we'll stop them from shooting more over here. Let's connect. Let's get at least one sniper up. Sniper. Then let's try to nullify here. We'll just see if this works. We can always rebuild if it doesn't, and at least we've got the, you know, the totem in place there. Okay. So, let's advance along here. We are going to want some beacons. And we're back up now with all of our... Okay. So we had some fun over there. But they didn't get the nullifier. They got a pylon. I don't care about that, really. I'm gonna start powering it up. All of this coming our way, they'll just get absorbed by the AC. We've probably got more mortars than we need over there. Move out. Move out. You need to be on always on. Somewhere over this way, I need a couple more snipers. I feel like I always need a couple more snipers. Okay, this is nullified. Good. Let's finish setting this up. Make sure that we secure it. Let's get another sniper. And one we have. Let's move out. Oh, okay, this is flowing over. Okay, we'll just chill and clear it out. And we've now reached the off limit, which is kind of interesting. Almost 600k creeper on this map, over 500,000. That's a nice little chunk of change. Sniper. And then we can float up here with our guards. And perhaps throw up a sprayer here as well. Note that I'm not moving any of the sprayers from the mainland because I want them to hang out. I want them to stay over there. Okay. And we can bring some of you with. So that's secured. And now we need to knock all of this out. I'm going to need to bring my Terps. Let me go ahead and take a moment and grab them. They've long finished their task over here, but I need their help. This is... We just got stunned by a skimmer, but I think we're still holding. Yep. I still like what's going on over there. I'll need to watch it, but I don't see any signs of danger on this front. I don't want to forget about it. And there was, yep, there's the other Terp. You can come back over this way. We're going to need your help soon. Okay. We don't really, I don't think, need the bombers here anymore. Let's move them over to this, which is their next task. And we're going to slide about. Let's see, what can we do here? I want beacons forward a little bit. like those positions. But let's get another spare up. Pylon here. Here. And let's see. How close do we need to be for a nullifier? Okay, we're not... We need more cannons up this way. We just need to clean out the little bits of resistance, and the AC starting to come in is helping. But we're not quite there. Now I think we are. Yep, you can go there. And you can go here. Then let's get you some help as well. Okay, we lost it. We'll need to reset there. You can come up this way, and this one isn't quite connected. I thought it was. Okay. Just move up a little bit forward. That'll work, and we'll reset. We are just slightly, like, almost to the off position there, but not quite. I just need to knock this dark tower up so we have basically freedom of movement over here. We gotta give our bombers time to do their thing over here anyway. Let's see about connecting. That works. We can come up here so we can get our Terps working. And there we go. Everything is nullified. Except for you. You're not, actually. See, where is the... Yeah, I want you over here to clean out some of this. Boy, we've got some eggs over here and all kinds of other fun. We have to be careful, or this could get interesting. More interesting than I would like it to be. So let's, before I put up snipers, let's move a couple of you out to deal with any fun times, shall we say, that may ensue. And then this sniper can go sit on that corner and get rid of some of these eggs, probably. Some of them may just sit there, but they'll still appear for us. Okay, terraforming. So we'll see why in a bit, but I want to build a flat level on here. About that should work. And then also, we need to dig out the info cache, of course, which I think is going to require us to go to around 7 or 8. And then we can just tower up along here and make sure that we have a ridiculous abundance of connections to it. Okay. Let's restock our weapons. Third and final info cache has been retrieved. Integrating, caches merges, they match, yottabyte of data accessible. Yottabyte is basically an insanely high amount. We have all three. We must find a way to leave this world and begin spreading the data to help any survivors we might find. Yes, we're aware. But what about that neutron reactor? Looking for weapon systems and ways to prevent neutron bursts. Searching. Will inform of results. Maybe something will turn up. In the meantime, I'll work towards that reactor, even if it isn't good for my health. Danu is really committed to this. Like, you can't do anything else, really, because you can't leave with the neutron reactor in place. But, you know, it's still impressive that she's, like, working her way towards that without, you know, really a whole lot of concern, or at least not an overly amount of concern for her own well-being. Dr. Seloy 2 search results. Both are weapons. None are neutron bursts. Near the beginning of the data and made apparent, Director Hale must have placed them so they would be readily found. Of course he did. The two weapon systems found in the data are referred to as Project Odin and Thor. Schematics compatible with our nanolathe technology, integrating them now. Project Odin. So these will be, of course, very familiar names if you've played Creeper World 3 or some of the earlier Creeper World games as well. You'll know roughly where this is going. Project Odin uses primitive rocket technology to lift devices into orbit. So basically we're going to be SpaceX here. They're useful for destruction or manipulation of the Creeper. Use of liftic is required to construct the orbital payload. So that's why we have all of this, and we'll want to get more refineries set up. It might indeed make a dent. Project Thor. Schematics but little description. Pairs primitive with more advanced technology as well. Been found effective in dealing with the Creeper at various points throughout history. More data isn't available. Okay, so that one's more of a mystery. Alright, so let's get some work done here. We have done all of our terraforming, so these can just sort of go away. So, for the rockets, we can support at least 3 of these with liftic around it, and I don't think we're going to ever need any more than that. So we'll just sort of throw those about. And of course, let's get some refineries rolling. If we put them right here in these middle areas, they can sort of draw off both, and that seems like as good of an idea as any. And then the airship is why I cleared this out. Well, isn't that nice? We'll eat all that creeper out. Just enough room for it. Airship slash Thor, and we're going to get that building and see how that goes. Now, so this requires 800 energy to build. Each of these require 500 energy to build. They build fairly slowly, which may or may not be a good thing. At least they don't cripple your economy. In any case, we need to get those moving. And I think I also want to move all of these back over here. Let's see what room we can create for them. I'd like them to help the bombardment that's going on of this area. You can see there's still quite a bit there. So, we are back on the off valve. So that will help them. And let's see, you can withdraw. These will have a task coming up in a bit. So this is pretty much under our control. And we're just kind of waiting, but I do want to get also... I should throw up another micro rift here, and then shields. I'm going to want some shields. Let's just get a couple more cannons, and then maybe just move a few of these over here so they're all part of the one group. Okay, this is blowing up from the breeder. And we keep, like, knocking it down, and then it comes back up. What do we have here? What we really want to do at this point, like, I could push this harder. I could try to make a landing here. I mean, maybe I should, but I'm going to wait on these to come into place. And we'll go ahead and throw up another missile. Maybe get a couple more snipers up just in case we need them. We probably don't need the beacons. Let's just sort of move them out of the way. And the Thor is now at almost built. How are these doing? Okay, they're over half. So we're making good progress. We've got lots of liftic stored. We're pounding this crimson. But the creeper continues to survive, and it just piles up higher and higher elsewhere. And just about to get our Thor. Airship. Whatever you want to call it. Thor airship. Now available. Armed by connecting to the network. Terraform terrain as necessary to build towers high enough to reach the airship. I'm not sure of the exact level on this. It's a mighty weapon. Deliver dominance to the enemy. Sarge isn't sure what to do still overall, but let's definitely use this. Terraform some high land. So, we're definitely going to do that. And what I want to do is I want to have one area here so we can work our way over this way, deploy the Thors here, and one area over here. Let's go ahead and work on this, first of all. What do we need to move to... I mean, that would be close enough if we can get it. So, I'm just going to build it max height. I don't think it has to be that height, but we're going to do it. And it looks like that's going to be good enough there. So we've got our Turk working on that. And meanwhile, this is filling up. We'll move it over to that area. And this targeting reticle is where you want it to stop, not where you're actually gonna shoot at. We have guns on, missiles, and sniper, so you can target just about anything, and then switches from deepest to closest. They're not as powered up as the Thors in previous games. I think I actually like these better. They're extremely versatile, extremely powerful, but they're not quite the one item wrecking crew. And then you can build more of them as well, so we'll go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, we're going to terraform over here as well to cross. So let's see, yeah, we're probably going to have to move some things. Let's get you out of the way. And that should be a good spot. We're going to work on that. We're also going to get a platform out over here because we're going to need that to make this work. So this is all good, and this is actually off. So let's not discuss this in committee any further. We're getting hit here. Pylon, and all of you come over here and just make sure you're holding the zone. Let's throw up a couple snipers. Look at the AC coming over here at the Crimson because they can't actually do anything because they're not producing any more creeper at the moment. It's just been all shifted to other areas, which is very nice. And we may still need them, so I'm going to throw over these shields. Like, my goal with the shields, which may no longer be needed, but was to allow us to get to this because it'll spawn and then the breeder will just explode everywhere. So now that we're in place, let's not, you know, tempt fate. Let's just go ahead and throw that up. And we'll throw up one of those. And we will pylon around the edge if I actually manage to properly select the pylon. There we go. Let's get a sniper up here. And I want to get preemptively as much as I can, get all this in place. And we have a sniper here that's building, but not there yet. Targeting all these air things, and okay. Now we have some more coming out. Come on, get it, get it, get it. Let's build our shields over there. And we now have the orbitals ready for Project Odin, delivered via Odin rockets, destructive and containment potential high. Tactical advantage now available. Still, Sarge doesn't know what to do, but yes, we can make some big punches. Now, there's 4 options here. And these are the numbers of orbitals it requires. We've got 3 in orbit, and they're going to be building more constantly. We're still holding with plenty of lifting, but I don't think there's much point in building more than this. So, Damper basically freezes like waves in place. There's not a lot of call for that on this map, but there's some custom map. It's very fun to use those on. I'm going to use Singularity on a moment. Now, when you target these, you want to target the land, not like up here where the creeper is. So, let's say we were to target right over here. And Singularity basically sucks everything towards it, as you can see. So it's going to separate all this out. And if this was lower down, we might be able to suck all the creeper off of land and then go attack. But the main thing I'm going to use this for is just the rain. And I'm going to hit it down about there. Now, I do want to get this rolling before somebody takes it. You can come down there. We can throw a mortar. Actually, we should throw one of our good mortars over there. Our earned mortars. We want to grab over here so we can get this reactor. This reactor knocks out this obelisk, and then we get this reactor, we can knock out this obelisk. We can come back in here and sort of sucker punch this reactor. That's the neutron reactor, that is. That's our goal. So we've nullified this. And I think it's time to move our Thor back. over here. And pylon on here. Be very nice. Then we can cross, and then we'll connect here. More orbitals going up. And we have another Thor in place. So let's move that. I'm going to build one more. I figure if we can't destroy it with 3 Thors, then we don't deserve to destroy it, most likely. I'm going to slide you over here. What do we need on this side? Not a whole lot, I don't think. I do want to pull you back in this general area for an attack, but probably not all of you. I didn't quite want to do that, so let's just throw up a few more. I could move more in from somewhere else as well, of course, but we don't have any lack, so we'll just keep going. Got another rain. Let's go and hit this over here. I want to wear this down. The 2 Thors just firing non-stop as well. This is coming in here. We should not have any problems making a good crossing. And I do want to, I think, save up now and show the conversion one as well. It's very expensive. Like you see, the rain is just direct downwards orbital bombardment. The conversion is a really cool one to use, though, as well. So let's go ahead and cross over here. And we want to be careful, because if we get too close over here, the obelisk will just shoot at us. And so we don't want to do that until we have knocked out via this nullifier. There we go. And more orbitals going. But we're going to need to gather more in order to actually accomplish this. Let's cross over. Then perhaps you're not what I want. I want my mortar. You know what? I don't think I want to pull any more over there just yet. I just don't want to attempt getting in the way. We've got lots more we can bring. But first we've got to get this up and running. The Thors are going to help protect. And we have another one coming, almost ready. Everything is looking good at the moment. Would like to see if I can get away with, though, throwing this sprayer up. Wouldn't hurt to look back at our base. We're actually advancing on the creeper. Okay. And again, a lot of that is because it did hit the shutoff point. It's not there now. Everything that can produce is producing. Let's throw another Thor into the battle. And this is nullified. Okay. Now it's time to move in for the kill, which is going to take a bit. Still not ready for a conversion. But we can begin coming out this way gradually. You can see there's a lot of resistance. I don't think I ever switched my bombers. I did not. I meant to switch them over here. The thing about the obelisk is they can only target ground items. So if we bomb this over here, they can't say anything about it. You're not really doing much. Let's see if we can move you a little closer and see if you're still able to connect and fire. And there come our bombers, trying to help us on our way. So I think we really want now to start moving in. You can come over. And there's my other 2. They can come over. We've got some AC in this area. If we get a setback here, the Thors will make sure we didn't get pushed back too far. But I really just want to... You know what? This might be easier if I turn it like this. Yeah. Let's keep moving in. Oh, this pylon is barely hanging on here. Let's get some more support. Conversion. So now that we have it, we're just going to use it, like, say, right here. And boom, turns a bunch of creeper into anti-creeper. Which is going to work very nicely for us. I'm just going to wait and see how all that settles out. And continue just moving absurd amounts of force forward. There isn't that much left here, relatively speaking. Let's go ahead and rain. Oh, we've got multiple of these available. Let's just really pound it now and get forward. Waiting for this to dry up. There we go. So what I'd like to do is really get the mortars up here, because we want to stay out of range of those other two obelisks still. Let's go ahead and throw one of these over here. But then I want to start getting some cannons up. Bring a few of you. Let's pile on up here. And then what we need to get is just get a nullifier in here to this. Danu Seloi, what do you do? Neutron burst will destroy you. The prophecy must fulfill. Stop! Preach. It's gotta be done. I concur with the ephemeral one, says Sarge. Nullification of neutron reactor not required. Another way will be found. You said it was required earlier in the mission, Sarge. You're a liar. Mission priority is also stop. You're in denial. We have AIs in denial. I'm as much for the next world as anyone, but just take it easy there. That neutron burst isn't the way to enlightenment. We can find another way. Stop and let us reconsider. There is no other way. Such a kind thought by all of our friends, but as is being said, it must be done. Let's see if we can throw you up here. And, you know, it wouldn't hurt. I don't really need a sniper up here, I don't think. Nah, we'll just hang out with it like it is. Let's just speed up now and get this thing built, because it looks like we're doing well. The creeper is coming back. So that's a bit of a problem. Was a bit of a problem. Now it's not anymore. Another orbital bombardment will shake things down. Boom! There goes the neutron reactor. And we fade to black. And then we come back. What happened? Danu? Danu? We lost you there for a few. You went and did it. The neutron burst. Never before has such a leader made us such a sacrifice. Commendation of supreme hierarchy honor granted. You know, that sounds really impressive. I'm not sure it actually means anything, but it sounds really impressive. Understand, I do not. Prophecy said you would usher in founders, but now you will no longer continue. So the preacher's prophecy failed? Huh. I guess that's it then. You guys can continue the mission now without me. I don't think we can tell if Danu is in pain, but appears to be still alive after the neutron burst. Isn't expecting to stay that way, though. Maybe it's like some sort of really fast radiation poisoning? No words. I got nothing. Oh, hippie, you do not know how long we've been waiting for you to say that. I tremble in respect. Understand, do I now? Prophecy you have fulfilled. I have. Honor memory of you we do as each world we visit. Prophecy? Oh yeah, I guess. I guess maybe I did. Life signs terminated. We are dead. Congratulations, everybody. We are dead. Brothers, there is a great sadness, but also a great hope before us. I see now our path, as do you. What shall we do with the remains of Danu? I don't see your path. Sarge says, a great warrior should remain at their final battle for eternity. Remain here, Danu will. This world become a monument to greatness for all time. You know, honestly, I think that's very fitting. Sacrifice your life to save everybody else, let them leave on their journey, and, you know, battlefield honors. Brothers, we have much work to do. Continue journey we will. Visit many worlds we must, and each purge of creeper. Restore life and help those in need. All of this is possible because of Danu Sealai. I have a question here. We needed the operator, Danu, to get to the neutron reactor. How do the other AIs move on without them now? They just all of a sudden don't need Danu? How is that? For we are the founders. The founders of what? Can I just ask that? The founders of what? We're talking about Sarge, Hippie, and Preacher. What did they found, or what are they going to found? What does this mean? I do not know. There probably is a good answer that I'm just missing. But we are done. We could do some more cleanup, but victory achieved here on Founders. Yay! Then you can see the times here, many of them well into the hours. Of course, a lot of people are doing a much more complete, you know, clearing everything run of this, but there is, I really think this is a good final mission, as I mentioned. It's quite the epic battle. Sometime later, is this just the beginning of the game again? Did we dream all of this? So far, it's no different. Yep, check messages. Oh, well, this isn't from Director Hale. We're not repeating. Okay, maybe it wasn't just a dream then. I hope your night was pleasant. I have some news, so please remain calm. You are not where you think you are. You are not at home. You are in a construct I have created. I am slowly enabling your most recent memories. Please remain calm during the process. Shortly after you destroyed the neutron reactor, okay, so that did really happen, I was able to perform a complete neural scan of your brain. The data in the information trove has proven to be very useful in this regard. I certainly hope it got you more than knowing how to perform neural scans. You face a choice. If you would like to continue in simulated form, you may join with the other simulants and continue on their, quote, founder's journey, as they now call it. If you do not wish to continue in this form, I will end the simulation during your next sleep. Please let me know. Okay, so they're all in a simulation, and I'm now in a simulation. Like, I'm conscious, but is all these info caches, were they actually to, you know, seed all this information throughout the galaxy? Because it obviously didn't happen because everybody's simulated now, so we didn't actually leave the Founder's planet. Was all of this just to get everything fixed so that the computer is well? Is that all we really accomplished in this? Or is there more that I'm not seeing? I don't know, let me know what you think of this whole development of the plot. Because I don't think I'm completely getting it. And we write back to Ada, SMH. So much hate. Oh dear. Really, Ada, you old girl? I'm Cyber Me now? And Preach, Hip, and Sarge want me to join them for an eternal voyage through space and time to make the universe a better place? Except that you're not actually making the universe a better place because it's just a simulation. Count me in! Well, I mean, I think it's better than ceasing to exist. I would probably choose that as well. But at the same time, you know, if it's only virtual, are you really actually doing anything? Philosophical questions galore there. The journey continues. Let's go. Except we're not going. Yeah. Anyway, So that was Founders. Hope you enjoyed it. As I said, I really think it is a good epic battle, and there actually is one more bonus mission. As they said, the journey continues, and that's just within the campaign. So you zoom all the way out, and you can move this around, and then if you move to the lower right, you end up here. And you can see this. This is not unlocked. It's still there. You can see it, but it's not unlocked until you complete Founders. So, Ever After. So is this like the version of simulated heaven for the AIs and now Danu? It looks like a lush planet. It looks, you know, perhaps even a homeworld type of planet. I'm not sure. We'll have to investigate that next time. Thanks everybody for watching, and the bonus mission of the Farsite Expedition will be coming up next.